Ever feel like you're the only one with questions about life? Well, you're not alone.
Welcome to People in the Room here on PAL Radio 96.9 FM. Every Friday at 11 a.m. where we dive into the topics that matter most to you. We are talking about what is on your mind, from faith to friendships, work to wellness.
It's real talk, real faith, and real answers. You're not just listening, you're part of the conversation.
A very, very good morning to you, a very good afternoon or evening, wherever you're tuning in from this wonderful, wonderful day. Welcome to our 5th episode of People in the Room. Yay! Hello? Hey! The episodes have been very, very interesting. The feedback is immense, let me tell you. But before we start, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Daniel Anunda.
I'm Barbara Koinange.
I'm Faith Kasina.
And I'm the one and only Kingsley
Oluoko.
Oluoko.
Hey, Kingsley Oluoko.
Hey.
Thank you for having me. This is my first episode.
It's
out
your
of
first
the
episode?
What
five.
do you mean?
Yes, I've never been
Amazing.
part of it.
Yeah.
But you guys are doing amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we have
Asante.
2 new voices. We
Yes.
have...
Well, I have been in that previous episodes before, so
Oh, you've been there? Which
Yeah.
one?
it's like my second time.
Oh,
The
okay.
International Women's Day.
Oh, for the
Yeah.
girlies.
Yeah, for the girlies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So welcome to yet another episode. I believe you're having a wonderful time wherever you're tuning in from this wonderful day. And give us your feedback right there. How do you like our topics or the episodes that we've been having right here? If you have any kind of topic you'd like us to discuss or talk about, also let us know. Kwa sababu it is yours for the asking. Ours for the doing. Absolutely. Leo tunataka kuongelea mambo ambayo ni murwa kabisa.
A sticky issue.
Is
Oh my.
it's a money,
Matters.
church, and President William Ruto, not specifically, but political leaders.
Okay.
But going into what has been happening lately, there's so many people who've been complaining at President Ruto ametoa pesa kwa kanisa, anatoa pesa nyingi, blah blah blah. What is the problem in the president giving money in the church? Because is it wrong?
Yeah, but the president has always been giving from the word go. I think it's a spotlight now because of other issues that are affecting Kenyans. So, and not just the president himself, you also have his aides, his CSS, the members of cabinet, and also members of parliament. Yeah, and so it's the issue of priority really at the moment where SHA is not working, education there is an issue. Tell me a sector that is working.
Yeah.
And then 120 million pap pale Roysambu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think it is wrong that he's giving out such amount of money?
I don't think that it's wrong to give like money to the church, but I feel like it's wrong when you're giving money just because you want to give money. I don't think there's a reason where he should be giving 20 million to church. Well, we have hospitals that do not have beds. We have hospitals that do not have medicines. We have poor roads. We have everything is just a mess in the country. Like that money would probably be used best in other situations more than it would be used in church.
But who's the problem? Is it the president or the people that have been assigned the duties and responsibilities? Ini duty yake as a human being, as a church goer. Anasema mimi nikienda kanisani, I have learned the art of Solomon. Yes, give to the Lord that which pains you. Probably this is what the president is doing. Barbara, what do you think?
Honestly speaking, I feel like it's giving a parent who is favoring a certain segment of society. Not kuongea kwa ubaya.
Okay.
Because it's good. Yes, giving is important. It is. It is a biblical principle and we love it. But when it becomes public or public knowledge now, then that means then he needs to give equally across all the sectors.
So he should be in temples. He
Thank
should be
you.
in mosques.
Thank
he
you.
should be in Orthodox churches.
Because he's
No,
the president
no,
of the
no.
Republic of Kenya. So his giving should be private then.
Is
Yeah,
it
Private
I
then
agree.
to the church.
He's
Yeye na
not going
Mungu.
there. Haendi pale kama president spase, anaenda kama mshirika wa
Hapana.
kanisa.
Basi
That's
apeane
what he's
in
giving.
silence.
Anaenda kama
If-
muumini.
Apatiane in silence, too,
silence,
just the
yeah.
same way we do.
If
But
you're
how will
going to
other people
give-
learn that it is good to give?
No, but just the same way
Are
we
we
usually
going to
give.
learn from the
Yeah.
president by himself?
But there's also an argument that it is his money.
Is it?
Yeah.
So what's your issue with me giving?
But you see, if he's giving it publicly, we don't have a problem with him giving. But now if you're giving it publicly, then that means you've already now won your heart
Yeah.
as a president. So as you're giving it like that now, honestly speaking, literally even the other sectors of government, everybody is like, okay. So ni kanisa tu.
So your problem is giving in public and giving in church only?
My problem has been this. The church is being bought. And that's an issue that has really, that took us back from 2022 when we were electing him as the president.
Yeah.
He spearheaded, or rather he held the church captive hostage in that you have to vote for me.
Yeah.
He is the Christian president of the country. And so the church is being bought. Then who is going to hold the church accountable when you're in the pocket of the president? When it is the same people that are being are facing issues.
Okay. Now away from the president, because there's so much that has been happening, especially now. Okay, tutoke kwa rais ambaye anapeana.
Okay.
Because President Ruto is a good giver. Let me tell you, he's a giver. And giving is a principle. The more you give, the more you receive.
It's true.
You can take that to the bank.
It's true.
The more you give, whether unaosha hiyo pesa,
Yes.
whether you're risking or unapiga pasi, it doesn't matter. It is a principle. You will receive a good measure. Pressed down, shaken together,
running over.
Probably there's something people can learn from what the president is doing, because as Kingsley has said, it's not the first time that the presidency is giving. Even prior, accused kuku na vifaranga.
Even when it was the DP,
he was
giving. The MP, the agriculture CS, he used to give.
And he's just not the only one that is given. We also had like Murkomen given 3 million in Madrasa.
Yes, the CS for interior.
And I don't know honestly how I feel about that.
And that's a good point. When he gave to Madrasa, was he equalizing what Barbara was raising? That the president is giving to the churches and now the CS is giving to
the mosque.
Is it?
Now, kwa wale wa kupokea, unajua it takes two to tango. Wale wa kupokea. Juzi hivi tumesikia washugaji kutoka Nakuru wakisema sisi hatuna ile mnasema ati sijui naleta pesa ya corruption. Kwani kuna kitu ya kupima corruption? Hatuna corruption meter. We don't have. Mtu washana na rais, washana na yeye. Akileta pesa hii hatujui nani aliwaambia muko na reason enough kusema ati sijui pesa ni ya corruption.
Ni ya wizi.
Yeah. So what about the people who are receiving this money?
We are in a crisis as a country. And it's fine the funds are going to be helpful probably somewhere like building the church, maybe helping the sick, helping the poor. We don't know how they're going to spend the funds. But don't we think we should also have our own priorities? And if we are so caring as a church and we want to receive these funds, kwa nini tu tusisimame hapo tumwambie ni sawa president, tumeona unataka kutupea, lakini we think the best thing maybe you should do with this money is take it to schools.
Yes.
Ama go build kuna hii barabara fulani tuliona pale, enda tutengeneze hiyo barabara na hii pesa. There is these things we have seen that are currently happening. Go do this and this with that money. Kama tunataka sana kupewa, why don't we set the giving straight? Like why don't we find proper reasons and priorities for ourselves to receive this money?
But building a church is a priority. Is reason enough. Buying a bus for the church is reason enough.
You're only 2 hours in the church, but you're spending the rest of the week along the road, in the hospitals, in different facilities. So where is the balance for that? I'm not saying that you should need to have bad churches. I mean, in the Bible, we have the examples of beautiful churches who servants of the Lord build. But then where is the balance? Because look, we are receiving handouts. Our members' countries money to build these churches. What does it mean? Then looking for politicians to bring the money down. It means that the people are not empowered. Then let's empower these people who are able to. Because how many churches do we have? How many are you going to build?
That's the thing. That's actually the thing.
We have very many churches. Yes, Baba.
Yeah, because if then our president wants to be that philanthropic, then he needs to do a whole church tour. And in every church, atoe basi 20 million. Tukwe equal. Each church, 20 million for construction. So I want to echo what Kingsley is saying. If the people are empowered, then they themselves can build this church.
Exactly.
They themselves can buy the bus that they need. They can do whatever they need. So the president, in fact, akikuja kanisani, what Kasina said, for sure, tunamwambia, you know what, president, in fact, take this to the health sector. We've seen so many children suffering. Kwanza, did you see the boys who were in an accident?
And they were being placed on the floor.
On the floor, because there were no beds. I believe this was it in Bungoma? And it was very, very sad to see. So if the church really wants to also stand up and say, you know what, we want to do right by the people.
So are our pastors
Angalia hiyo.
lacking integrity?
That's another question.
Is unajua pesa. Biblia inasema kwamba
The love for money.
Ni Biblia ama ni nini? Nimesema pesa ni sabuni ya roho. Sabuni ya roho. But the Bible says the love of money
Yes.
is the root of all evil. And money answereth all.
It's true. It's true.
If you have money, you can, no matter we keep on telling you to partner with us.
Yeah.
Partner with us so that we can extend the kingdom of God.
But 20
Yeah.
million will end, and then
And then
so if you're given 20 million, they normally say you might be driving this particular car, but you can't fuel it. So you have to, a whole sanctuary built of 120 million. Then are the members able to pay the electricity bills? Or will you be looking for the pastor or the president again?
That's where you get to the journey of faith. There's a place faith can get you to. Faith took you from where starting up a foundation ya kuleta kwa rais kukuletea hela kutoka pale sasa nyinyi wengine
Yes.
raise your faith through the congregation. But the challenge comes in when we prioritize the politicians, not just the president, but politicians coming to the house of God,
Yes.
given priority. Kiti ya mbele hadi viti zinabadilishwa, zinaoshwa. President anakuja ama politician anakuja, so and so, governor anakuja, hadi MCA, viti zinaekwa shwari.
Village elder?
There's somebody who was asking me the other day that if we have CEOs who are in churches who give such a good amount of money when they are fundraisers, wanatoa pesa kina Anunda wakiko huko kwa kanisani Oluoko, ile pesa unatoanga ya kusupport your church huko inaitwa aje?
Pefa Church.
Pefa Church?
No, it's Pefa Cathedral.
Hey, sorry.
Shout out.
Oluoko akisimama huko akitoa na amefinya hivi. Ambu wangu Oluoko kuja hii milioni yako moja, thank you. Address
Nana kiti special.
That's the thing, wanatudharau kwa sababu wengi wanafinya tu 50-50.
We enable them.
50-50. Kama kuna ile pesa itateseka mbinguni. Ile pesa itafika mbinguni imechoka. Ni 50.
It has been pressed down.
When guys are giving the house of God.
Yes.
How? Mtoto ateka vizuri kwa bahasha. Lakini 50
bob pale.
By extension
Yes.
100. Because 50
by
maza kudusha. Kamefinywa. Washa account of sadaka. Kazi ni ya kufungua, kutoanisha. Hapana.
Ziakanishwe
No.
vizuri.
Zitafika
Zikupe
zimehema.
Wapige pasi.
Pige pasi.
But we'll have a lot of 50s in heaven.
A lot of
A
them.
lot.
Zimejaa mafinya, bro.
Yeah.
Be confident when you're giving to the house
To the
of
Lord.
God.
Unless-
If it is 50 bob, Mungu amekubless nayo.
Yeah.
That's what you have. Package it properly.
It's true.
Go with confidence. Hii mambo ya kufinya kafifu na alafu I don't know you.
Who are you
Unafinya
trying
unakunja pesa hivi bana. Kwani unapeleka wapi? Wakiletewa pesa hivi, will you take?
I will question where is it coming from.
Imetoka wapi?
Why?
Yeah.
Mbona inakuja ni kama inafichwa?
But I think there is a clarion call for us to support our churches so that we
Yes.
don't fall prey to these politicians, because the politicians will come and go. We even don't know what their stand in faith is. And like, in others, like if I know Barbara is in my church, Anunda is in my church, I know their condition of their faith, and when they support this ministry, then you're able to build churches, not to depend on, passers-by.
Let us also hold ourselves accountable, because as a people we are so gullible.
I know.
Because if we can just sit and listen to him, like, tumeketi kwenye kanisa sisi wote na
Mnachia ni kama game ya haram.
hey,
Na Gor Mahia na
tunamsikiza tu vizuri sana, knowing very well that this is a lie. The rumors have it, I don't know if this is true, honestly. I don't know how did the money even get there?
The big question.
Very good
Did
question. That's a
did
big
they
question.
receive
is
the
the promise.
money?
We'll get to the promises. We'll get to the promises. Is the
Sawa,
promise.
wamepewa 20
We
billion.
don't know. They
But-
said that 20 million. Pasi alikuja akasema hata haijafika.
Hata haijafika.
Na mshaanza kunisalimia.
Hey.
Na haijafika.
Atuambie ukweli, sababu they are also the people that are used to lie to us continuously, to make the same mistakes over and over and over again, because kama mtu wa Mungu amesema, mbona tusimwamini? The people will always ask themselves, si pastor alisema pesa imekuja, nyinyi mnasema pesa haiko aje? And whole time, maybe he didn't even receive the money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably he didn't receive or he received.
We don't know.
All in all. But where is this money coming from?
That's a big question.
Yeah.
That is a big question because we hear the 20 million was out of his own pocket.
Yeah.
So,
And we
I
know
don't
his salary. His salary is out there.
Yeah.
And there is also the thing of conflict of interest. So if you're as a public servant, you're not supposed to engage in other private issues. I know maybe they could have investments, but then there's a question of where is this money coming
Exactly.
from?
Even away from the
Exactly.
president.
Yeah.
Look at Kina Oscar Sudi.
Yes.
Look at these guys. They dishing out money. Tatandika elfu mbili tatandika nayo.
Nyinyi wote
Ni nini
mpange
ma-
laini
panga
hapa.
line hapa. Panga elfu mbili tandiwa nayo.
Yeah, arrogance and opulence.
Hey.
One on one.
Arrogance and opulence.
Yeah.
My lord. Now, a lot has been happening also. And this week, the president has been around and about, was it last week, right?
Yes.
Around, promising and promises. By the time he was getting to his 3 days tour of the Nairobi County, he had given promises of almost 10 billion.
It's actually
Yep.
this week.
Yes.
It's last week? Oh.
Yes. It was last week. Yes, ulikuwa mgonjwa.
Alikuwa detached kidogo na mambo inaendelea.
You are beaten well. It was about
Yeah.
almost 10 million or 5 billion
Yeah.
Kenya shillings already given in terms of promises. Tukianza kwa gani?
Hey, chapati, please.
Chapati.
Like, why
Hey,
touch chapati?
conversation.
Chapati
Chapati, alikuwa amechill. Chapo was just chilling. And kidogo now here we need a machine that will
But
make
where
1
is the
million
madondo?
chapos.
Like,
And very good
chakula
question.
chapati na nini?
The madondo.
It reminded me when we were in school and Daniel Arap Moi would just pass by. I was like, watoto mnataka nini? Maziwa ya
Maziwa
nyayo.
ya
But
nyayo.
you know how much hiyo maziwa ilivunja KCC? Iliharibu KCC bana. Yeah.
It's
No
true.
returns.
These promises, do you think they'll be
Yeah.
fulfilled, Barbara?
Honestly speaking, I don't. And
Yeah.
it's sad to say. It's really sad to say. But if you look at the track record of all the promises we've had
Yeah.
in this government, it's been heartbreaking. And now, more so, kwanza your chapati, it's to the kids.
They'll never forget.
Like they'll
They'll
never
never
forget.
forget.
In fact, they'll just
Yeah.
keep asking, President alituambia atatuletea hiyo machine ya
Chapati.
chapati. Now, I don't know. Getting to the point of now telling kids these promises, at least for us, sasa we've gotten a thick skin. We're like, ni sawa tu. Tumezoea sasa tuendelee
Another one
for the
tu.
children.
And it's not that we are talking bad about the government, but it's what's there. The track record shows that, there's no fruit that has come out of all these promises. So honestly, I don't think so. I
Kasina?
don't.
I also don't think it's gonna happen, honestly. And I feel like it's the case of sorry to say this, but like empty debates that make the loudest noises. Because what do you mean 1 million chapatis?
But it's possible. Is it not possible?
Ziende wapi Anunda?
Si kwa tumbo.
Tutafunga hoteli zote.
Si ni kwa tumbo,
Tutafunga
watoto-
hoteli sasa tuanze kupenda
Zinalisho-
chapatis on the
the
street.
kids, we have so many kids that need food. They need those chapatis. Yeah? Is it the issue is not where they will go. Chapati hezi kosa mahali ya kwenda.
Kwenda, okay.
Huwezi kosa mahali ya kwenda. Iko, but inatoka wapi? The fulfillment of the promises is what we're looking at. Kingsley.
Yeah, I think, look, he was speaking in Nairobi.
Yeah.
Dishing accounting,
Yes.
then he'll be supporting through chapati.
Yeah.
So, what about the Kajiado? What about
Oh my.
Machakos? What about this other counties? That's the big question. The other thing was, really, are we that hungry? Are we that hungry?
No. The kids are hungry.
I know the kids are hungry,
Yes,
but there's
they
a
are.
program that is already on. The
Ongoing.
Dishing account, and it's
Yeah,
doing so
and so
well.
well.
Waliuliza, what else do you want? Unajua baba akija nyumbani anauliza ndio mko na chakula, mko na kile kitu. Ni nini ingine mnataka? That is why walisema hatutaki kitabu, we want
Tunataka chapati.
chapati.
But you see, I love that we have AI in this generation, and we got AI to generate an idea of what that machine
look
would look like.
yeah.
And I've seen one actually in India, but there's a video making rounds. But honestly speaking, that machine is going to be, like a whole
it's
room
a machine
full.
that's there already?
They want a machine that is going to make 1 million chapatis. But the one that I saw for India, I don't think it makes 1 million chapatis. But it's like a generic of some type of machine. But AI has generated a lot of these machines. And honestly, it's like a room full
Of chapatis.
of chapatis and a room full of a whole mechanism working. So let me tell you, that machine itatumia mafuta. Yes, I know we're thinking maybe it's just a machine that's going to do the job. You're also going to need personnel to run the machine.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this calculation is really
Is making sense.
because
And even
already
distribution.
kina nani wamesomea kuoperate machine ya chapati?
that's the thing.
Sasa mashini ya chapati tu.
Actually,
je.
Kuconstruct.
Vipi ya
We have people in Kenya who are very, very sharp. Do you know most of the innovators ambao wanachukulia huko wale tunapeleka nje ni wake? Very,
But
very
it's
sharp
true,
people
though.
who are taken outside.
For the innovation for
They are
Kenyans,
very many.
definitely.
It's only sad that we are taking all our elite
People
tunawapeleka nje.
overseas.
Tunapeleka
Brain
nje.
drain. We need
Yeah.
to come against
But
brain
this is
drain.
what you could have
Yeah.
done. You could have assessed the Dishina County. Look at what is happening and what is not happening. Then pump money in. What is not happening?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, other than just
Now
introducing
that would be
new
a
law.
good cause for
Yeah.
giving money. Besides the 20 million that he gave in charge,
Yeah.
that would have been a good cause for now giving the money
Yes.
to the
Yeah.
Dishina County
Because
program.
before that, we saw the Dishina County workers on the streets. I don't know if you saw that. And
Yeah.
it was a bit hush-hush
Yeah,
and
it
all.
was just days before they
Days
announced
before
that.
that. So for me, I think the biggest priority should have been the salaries of these great workers
Yeah.
of Dishina.
So you think it's impulse promises?
I
Like
believe
impulse
so.
buying?
It is.
I'm gonna say,
Impulse buying.
In fact, correct.
Ndo hiyo sasa. Ile ulikuwa unaongea unakumbuka.
yes.
Oops. Oops.
I did not just-
Sijawaambia.
We, hebu angalia vile tunaweza fanya hiyo kitu. Angalia vile tunaweza chapati gapi. But at the same time, good news to the people of Mathare.
Why?
Yeah, it's going to be a city, guys. It's going to be a city. It's going to be a very beautiful place. Yeah. It's promised. What you are,
We are
Mathare.
living in a
Yeah.
delusional world.
And you know the president said that
Yeah.
he will make sure he fulfills these promises. Wale na najua kuna watu kama kina Oluoko hapa wanashuku hiyo promises zake, na akasema tutawaibisha wale wanasema kwamba hatutatimiza. Tutawaibisha, tunangoja. Yeah?
Sisi tunangoja.
Sisi tunangoja.
So
Ay.
guys of Mathare, very soon mtakuwa kama Kilimani.
Amen. Amen.
What your city?
Do you know what it takes for a place to become a city, first of all?
We know. That's why we're giving the promises. Unajaribu kusema he's a learned president. PhD. Utamwambia
Doctor
nini?
mzima.
Tunakuja kumwambia nini shule?
What are you telling him?
Anajua kila kitu kuhusu Nairobi. Nini ingine sasa tumebaki sisi tumwambie.
Hey, bana. So the promises are there, and he's gonna fulfill them. And he says this time round, forget about the stadiums, forget about these other things. They're gonna be fulfilled. And finally, as we pull the curtains down, what message can we send to our churches? Because the idea of guys kusema we cannot choose, we don't know who comes to the house of God.
Yeah.
We don't know, we cannot measure the stories of corruption. Kama ni corruption. But there are people who are out there, definitely this person pesa yake sio straight.
Yeah.
Unajua jamaa ni thegi, mwizi mbaya kwa village hapo hivyo, kazi yake ni kuiba makuku, alafu anakuja na kuletea kuku kama tithe.
Yeah.
Alafu na bless hiyo kuku, and you know very well this person is not okay. So what are they supposed to do really?
I think I'll begin by saying we're becoming easily distracted now.
Yeah.
And these finances coming in, we are shifting from the focus of God, because where is the space of trusting God for his provision?
Yeah.
So let us just remain focused on the promises of God and leave alone the distractions. They will come and go, but we are a measure and also ambassadors of Christ in whatever we do. Look at who are not saved.
Yeah.
Then they see the churches buying into such kind of ideas, then what is the space of salvation for those who are not saved? So our church leaders, even us as believers, let us be focused on this call for salvation and trust in the Lord.
I agree.
Yeah.
It also boils down to members of churches. Nyinyi watu unakataa fungu la 10 hautoi, sadaka hautoi. Mtumishi akienda kutafuta politician unasema ameenda kwa politician.
Yeah.
Tutoe sadaka.
It's true.
Give your offering. Give your tithe diligently and faithfully, so that there will be food in the house of the Lord.
Yes.
There will be money for development. Unapata unatumia your online preacher.
Yeah.
This Papa, I'm giving to my papa online. You're giving your tithe to your papa, and yet every
And
Sunday
your home church.
hakuna unakuja kusema imelutiwa sijui nini.
Yeah.
We need to also play a part I partly blame some of us as congregations. We are not really playing our part in terms of giving to the house of God. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, I think I'd say let's keep the sanctuaries sacred.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it's the church of
Yeah.
God.
Wow.
So let's maintain that beauty of the presence of God. I think with that, the fear of God is going to be in us,
Yeah.
and that way we not mess with
Yeah.
some certain things
Yeah.
and monies and
Yeah,
things. We're
yeah,
going to be,
yeah.
and also the people are going to begin to give because of that fear of the Lord. It's not a trembling fear, but that fear of just regarding God in high esteem.
Yeah.
So I think if we have that, we're going to be good.
Yeah.
That's a powerful
Let us respect where we pray and where we worship, and we also respect ourselves and God, because God sees it all, and God knows best than we all do. And when we give room to be distracted, when we give room for evil to actually begin from our own churches, then we have no stance when it comes to everything else that goes around us, in terms of our country, in terms of our homes, in terms of our needs as a people of the country Kenya. So from the church, our leaders at the church are the most people that are honestly looked up to because of everything that comes with the faith and everything that comes, like as Bab says, with the fear of the Lord. So if you mess up in church, where do we start to go? Where do we start to look up for our faith? Where do we start to look up for the motivation to actually be better, do better, and be accountable for ourselves? Yeah.
Kingsley,
I said let's not be distracted. I don't
let's
like
not be
it.
distracted.
Yeah.
May I add something? Just a
Yes.
quick point. Also empower the congregation.
Exactly.
As a pastor, if there's a way you can empower your congregation, empower them.
Yeah.
Because they are the ones who will come back and invest in that very
Your
church.
Yeah, exactly.
Empowerment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Empower your congregation. Food for thought. Why is it that these independent churches, we are easily gullible? We're not going in one voice. Is poverty the enemy?
Reject poverty.
Reject
Reject poverty! Love that. Hashtag.
Because if you look at, let me just use this example, like the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Because this church, these guys have money. They have, like, they don't care. You guys,
Yeah.
we don't need your money.
Yeah.
We have the money. Like, sasa sisi wengine ndio umeanzisha yako tu hapo ya watu sita.
Kanisa.
And you have a vision of kufikia.
Unatafuta mzee ako wapi?
Ako wapi? Poverty is the enemy.
Is the enemy.
Thank you very, very much for keeping it Pal Radio. This is People in the Room with me, your host, Daniel Anunda.
And me, Barbara Koinange.
And Faith Kasina.
And Kingsley Loco. This has been my first and I really loved it.
Yeah.
When am I coming next?
Hey, love it. To many more.
Don't call us. We'll call you. See you next week, same place, same time. Bye-bye. God bless you.
People in the Room on Pal Radio 96.9 FM every Friday at 11 a.m. and the repeat is on Saturday at 3 p.m. because we are all in this together. Pal Radio 96.9 FM, the home of fresh and classic hits.